So, quick question: When?
Weird.
Okay, it's kind of a two-parter. Haven't done this in a while, so it's a two-part question to open up the show. What is the first movie that you remember crying to as a child, and then the last movie you remember crying to as an adult?
Logan. E.T. first, Logan second.
You cried in E.T.? Like what part?
What part? The obvious part. When he went home. What do you mean? What part? He was
because
he was everybody.
I didn't cry. Yeah, that's a fact. But when I watched the movie, I cried, but I didn't cry in the part when like he went home. I cried in the part when he almost died, or when it seemed like he was dying.
That sounds like a
But
part.
he was like,
I cried multiple times.
Yeah. That movie is definitely a cry fest, 100%.
Yeah, I cried.
And then I cried when Drew Barrymore cried in the movie as a little girl.
Nah, the fact that you even remember that is crazy.
It's insane, right?
I don't even remember that she was in that movie. You know that she was a druggie? She's a drug addict.
She was a druggie? I didn't know that.
Not in the movie, but in real life, she went to rehab.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you knew that?
No, I didn't. I just assumed she was always the same white person in every Adam Sandler movie ever.
Yo, Adam Sandler. He be looking garbage. You see those baggy when he be playing basketball, he's wearing those baggy shorts and shit. And he's always on the park.
Yeah, everybody said. What's crazy about that also is everyone says that he's like the best celebrity basketball player. Like that's an actor.
I think it's because of like he just keeps it real. Like he literally looks like a regular dude in the street that you'd play ball with. He has the baggy
100%.
t-shirt, has the baggy shorts, has the nasty scruffled beard, has the fucked up box sneakers, and he just looked like he could just like come in, hit a couple jump shots, get a couple rebounds, pass it out. Like he just looks like a street ball player.
To me, he's like those guys that show up on the same day, the same time during like summers in the basketball court. Like that's his workout routine. That's his regimen. He doesn't like eat great. He smokes a pack of cigarettes during the week, but then he's like, my wife says I need to get in my daily exercise, so I'm gonna go and play basketball in Jackie Robinson Park for like 6 hours.
No wrong. What? Jackie, I love how you said Park.
And out of like 10 games that he plays, he only takes 6 jump shots in the whole game, but has like 100 assists
and rebounds.
Rebounds off the charts.
What's like the most like we're off topic, but like what's the out of these 2 things, what's the greatest thing about Adam Sandler? 1, keeps it real when he plays basketball. 2, he makes sure all his friends have roles in his movies. Like every movie he has, it's always the same. Rob Schneider, you know who they are once you point them out. I don't remember their names, but you know
100%. Anytime I see Happy Madison production in the beginning of a movie, 11 times out of 10, Rob Schneider has a cameo.
Exactly. Rob Schneider, David Spade, that dude that like fucking cross-eyed and shit. Shaq, for some reason, is always in there too. Or 3, the fact that he always he produces his movies, so he makes sure who gets casted. And he always has a hot ass wife or hot love interest.
Always has a hot love interest while his wife is also in the movie.
That's true. I actually didn't even recognize. I didn't even remember that. So
every single time, his wife is always in the movie, but never his love interest.
That is so true. That is true.
Yeah.
That means come on. I got if you're the wife.
When I found out like who his wife was, and then I was just like, yo, this bitch looks so familiar, but I don't remember her being a main character in any movie. So then I just started watching a bunch of Adam Sandler movies. She was in Little Nicky. She was in not Billy Madison. She was in like his Netflix movies. She was in all of the Grown Ups movies, I believe.
Yeah.
Not the first one. Then she was like either or. Like, if she wasn't in the first one, she was in the second one. She was in Jack and Jill. She was in almost all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that must suck.
But do you find
I feel kind of hurt in a way.
are you offended if you're her? Like,
yeah, 100%. But then again, like, he's super rich.
So,
also, he's like a very old Jewish man with a lot of money, so I'm pretty sure she's not letting that go at all.
And he also puts her in the movie, so that's how he keeps it smart. He's like, I'm gonna at least keep you involved in it while I go make out with Salma Hayek, Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore.
He's got a dope ass list. If you think about it, his list of like people that have played his love interest is like, all right. I mean, Drew Barrymore was like a raging drug addict, but at least she like
that's when she was
cleaned up her shit.
That's when she was in her teens. She's out now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She cleaned up her shit, so he got at it at the right time. Cause she was looking good when she was in like Scream, and when she was in fucking Scream.
51st Dates.
51st Dates was like 51st Dates is definitely like a top 5 Adam Sandler movie for me. 100%. If it's not, it's definitely not top 3, but it's definitely top 5. It's possibly 5 or 4.
You know what's a crazy Adam Sandler movie that I'm surprised got made, and like it would never get made now? You Don't Mess with the Zohan. You ever seen it?
I don't think. Yeah, I've definitely seen it, but I don't think that. I think that movie could still live now. If Sacha Baron Cohen can go out and make Borat 2, keeping up with the whatever, Don't Mess with the Zohan.
That was a satire. That was known. That was a known satire. This movie is a straight up just comedy. It's not really a satire. You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
So why would you say Zohan wouldn't be able to live now?
Well, Adam Sandler is doing a terrible Middle Eastern impression. There's a lot of Middle Eastern stereotypes.
I feel like all of those are still acceptable by society.
In cancel culture? No.
Yeah.
Not in cancel culture.
Because it's Adam, but it's only Adam Sandler that can live through that. You know what I mean? Like nobody else can get away with that besides Adam Sandler and Sacha Baron Cohen.
Adam Sandler can't get away with it anymore. He's not what he used to be. What's his name?
What do you mean?
Tell me Adam Sandler's last movie right now. Go ahead, boom.
Uncut Gems.
It's not even his last movie. He had a Halloween on Netflix.
That movie was actually pretty funny.
Didn't even know it though. You said Uncut Gems.
I watched it with Teresa.
That shit was intense. That movie was
What?
intense. Uncut Gems.
The movie. Oh yeah. I didn't finish it.
Why not?
When I watched it, not that I didn't like it, it definitely was like one of those movies where I had to sit down and pay attention to every single second of the movie. And I was home and like it was during quarantine. Yeah, super distracted.
Okay. Well, out of those three things, bring it all back home. Before we bring it back home.
I honestly think the thing that stands out for me is about Adam Sandler is a thing that you didn't name. I think that he just has his own style. Like just
but that style is garbage.
Like not even like in style of not just style of what he wears or how he lives his life, but like
so making a debut on the podcast.
Hey man, you want to get down? Let's get down here. Let's get down. Thanks, brother. Yeah, so I think he's over the years, like he's just developed a style of his own, like in its entirety. Like, even through the way he like makes his movies and shit like that. This guy's a dick. But
I fucks with it though. Like he gave him a giant shirt. That shit look. I saw.
100%. He's got to represent.
I respect that so much. Go ahead. You said Adam Sandler horrible style.
No, I don't think his style is horrible. I just think the person that he is and his style really shows through his movies.
Name me the last good Adam.
A last good Adam
Adam
Sandler
Sandler.
movie.
I mean, that's not Uncut Gems because I don't count that. I mean, yes, that's Adam Sandler movies in it, but I don't count that as a typical Adam Sandler movie.
I would say the last two
Grown
Grown Ups movie. Grown Ups was good. I like Grown Ups. Grown Ups was right.
All right, never mind. What movie did you cry to? Can't believe you straight here with a straight face said that Grown Ups was good.
The first movie I cried to as a child was Iron Giant. Iron Giant, definitely tugging at my heartstrings.
Definitely only saw that once on the way back home from Dorney Park, and I definitely
You're insane.
Definitely fell asleep.
You're a wild man.
Fell asleep.
That's a good fucking movie, yo.
Vin Diesel's best role. Never been better.
That and then Groot, and then whatever character he played in Saving Private Ryan.
Wherever you don't see him, it's his best role. Barely hear him.
It's fucked up.
Nah, he's pretty bad. What other movie? What about your last movie?
That one that he made where he was like a witch hunter and like lived for like mad years, and he was like living in a nice ass apartment in fucking across the street from Central Park.
Are you saying that because this is occasionally a comedy show?
No, it was that. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
No, but
do you even remember the name of the movie?
I know the movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, and I'm actually very happy that I don't remember the name of the movie because I'm not that smart as it is, and I don't need.
You know what movie did suck? Bloodspot, whatever movie he just recently did that was based off of like a comic book character. That movie was ass.
I don't even remember which movie. You can't even pronounce the blood sport shot period whatever. Just tell me this. Just what movie did you cry as an adult? Did you cry as an adult?
As an adult, last movie I cried as an adult. Babe, do you know what movie?
That's cheating. No, that's cheating.
I did cry during.
That's so cheating.
I cried during Luca.
Never seen it. I've also never seen Coco. I've never seen Luca.
What happened? What
happened in Luca?
Coco definitely made me cry too. Towards the end when he's like singing to his grandmother. Shit got me. What?
Isn't the grandmother dead?
She dies like eventually in the movie, but like in that moment she wasn't dead. She was dying.
So what was he singing? What was he saying?
He was singing a song to her because she has like Alzheimer's and shit.
No,
and the name of the song was "Remember Me," which I think is pretty shitty because like she has Alzheimer's, so like she'll sing it, but she can't.
So it's kind of like picking on her and making fun of her, like
not really, but just like you're pulling on an emotion that just won't last.
You can't remember you.
Yeah. Like she remembers it in that moment, but then 5 minutes later, it's just butterflies.
And that's what made you cry.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it worked.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Anything Goes podcast. We've been away for a week or two now. So this is episode 44. 44 of the Anything Goes podcast. And it's still a two-man show. It's me and what are we calling you now? The Certified Loverboy, David?
Certified.
Is that your new like Twitter, Snapchat handle?
I can't. We'll talk about the album, but I can't jack the certified shit right now.
Nah, you can't?
Nah, I'm worried about it. I'm gonna say Champagne. What was my name? Champagne Podcast Poppy. There we go. Podcast Poppy. I'm gonna say it like that.
Yeah, Podcast Poppy.
Yeah,
definitely better than whatever. That sounds a lot better than whatever you put out recently. What got me upset was just a lot of celebrities were kind of like coming to his rescue, like, "Yo, this is what he does. That's just his emotion. This is him. You can't expect too much. This is who he is. This is why we love Drake."
Why are we jumping into this so quickly?
No, I'm just I don't know.
You gotta take a little bit.
Everybody's so quick to save a lover boy, a light skinned fucking assassin.
Save a Lover Boy.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know. I thought it was fitting.
Kind of witty.
I thought it was fitting. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, the album came out 2 weeks ago, and we're talking about it 2 weeks later. I needed to take time to digest it because, like, we were gonna record the first day it came out. Definitely was not ready to do it.
Yeah, could not.
No, and I was like, no, see, this is an album that I need to hear it again. I did not appreciate it first listen. So I need a couple weeks to take it in, hear it front to back to front, shuffle, all that good shit. And yeah, I'll say
Jesus
this.
Christ. Watching you try to save yourself from shitting on this album is amazing to see.
All right, here's the thing.
It's like watching you self-implode.
We have a group chat, and our ex podcast member / retired rapper said that he said it was a trash album. I'm not going that far. I'm not saying it's trash.
Yeah, I don't think it was a trash album.
I don't think it's trash. Honestly, I don't even think it's a bad album, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a bad album.
Before we dive even further into this, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can follow the podcast at the Anything Goes Podcast on Instagram. You can also follow us on TikTok at the Anything Goes Pod NY, where we post a bunch of clips from prior episodes, these episodes. We do promo like style shit.
And we're gonna be more on top of it. It's gonna be a new era, new chapter.
Yeah. We're trying to turn over a new leaf. It's been a rough week. Let me sit up straight for this.
You gotta get
Yo, I gotta get some shit off my chest. What's the shittiest job that you can imagine yourself doing? Like how low of it? Like obviously, like selling yourself for sex is pretty low. Not even that low.
That low,
but like not. Yeah, not that low. But like, what's the shittiest thing that you can see yourself doing?
Well, working at a boating company, right, Freddy?
It's not that bad.
Nah, Home Depot's pretty shitty. I work there. I hate it. A lot of gossip, a lot of grown men gossip, a lot of people just content with their lives at 40, 50 with the way they are. A lot of seeing the same people, dust boxes and shit.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that. What job would I think is like the worst?
Yeah, what's the shittiest job you can imagine?
Working,
like even if you had to make up a job in your head.
Working at the deli in a crackhead area. Always having to give
working at a deli in a crackheaded area.
Because you always gotta give out Lucy's, or somebody's always trying to finesse you for a lighter. You got drunks coming in. You know how it is.
Trying to finesse for 100%. I've seen all three of those things happen while going into a bodega.
Exactly. Now imagine dealing with
and
that.
I've actually seen like the dude behind the counter like dealing with all three of those things you just said, and just like looking out into the distance of like, why am I here?
Exactly. You have somebody like, oh, my EBT isn't working. Can you do me a favor? And you feel bad because you got 3 kids over there in the corner, and you don't know you got to make a decision on like, do I be a good person now? And you got somebody trying to make an egg and cheese, and they say they want it on a hero. But then you get it in a roll, and you got to debate. It was way too much. Way too much. That was just me at a deli for 5 minutes last week. And I was like, damn, I could not imagine doing this every day.
Yeah.
And like,
I'd probably kill myself.
Exactly.
100%.
I'm pretty sure he ain't making money. It's not like he's getting tips and shit. So
I think those guys that work at a deli make.
No, they not. No,
they don't make bank.
No,
they don't make bank, but if they like own the store and they're,
they don't make.
I think they're doing all right.
They barely getting by. So that would be mine. That would be mine. Home Depot, just because from experience, is pretty bad, pretty disgusting. I hate it. Deli, we don't want to do that. Oh, janitor for the MTA. Imagine having
janitor for the that would suck.
clean those trains and buses and the public bathrooms at the train station, I would kill myself. I would definitely.
One time I got on the train with my mom, and I was like probably 12 or 14 at the time. And I think it might have been the E train. I think it might have been the E train in Brooklyn. Whatever. We go, we're waiting for the train comes.
You mean the C, because the E don't go to Brooklyn, but
yeah, that's what I meant, the C. That's what I meant. Anyway. Because they're both blue.
Yes, they're both blue.
Got it. So
long, forgetting your shit.
Yeah. I'll be fucking up. But yeah, so train comes in and the door opens in front of us, but we see everyone covering their nose and like waiting to pour out at this stop. So we're like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So we go and we walk in as these people are coming out, and the smell of shit was like insane. Like I've smelled baby shit before, and like sometimes baby shit could like get you like fucking dry heaving. But like when the door opened and me not being a little kid, I'm looking around and I just get a good fucking whiff. That's probably the first time I've ever cursed in front of my mother.
Well, why?
I took a good whiff. Because the smell really didn't hit us until you got in there. We didn't put two and two together. We thought someone just laced it with a fart, whatever, no big deal. We go and we walk in, and I take an inhale, almost like a deep inhale through my ass, right? And I just looked at my mom and I was just like, yo, what the fuck is that smell? And there was a bum completely covered in shit.
Here's the thing.
Like the waist down.
Here's the thing though. If you see people running out of the train for their lives, right? Why did you go in that direction?
We didn't put two and two together.
Kind of gotta blame you on that one. Kind of gotta put that on you.
100%. 100%.
Not
100%. I don't blame anyone else besides me.
And your mom.
Yeah, my mom, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, the smell of shit was immense. So I pray for the gentleman that had to clean those seats that day. Hopefully it wasn't one person and it was a team.
No, it's definitely one person. It was definitely a new guy.
100%.
Definitely the new guy.
Yeah, that's a shit that you make a new guy do.
So now tell me.
One job that I could see that like blows is definitely like a fictional job, but I've definitely put like a lot of thought into it. Imagine being a janitor at like Jurassic World and having to shovel dinosaur shit.
What's the pay though?
It's never great. No one's ever gonna pay you enough to shovel dinosaur shit.
You say that.
You say ever that in life.
No, you
unless you had proper equipment, like unless you were like allowed to move it with a bulldozer. But if you're like hand shoveling shit into a barrel, there's no barrel big enough. So you're making multiple trips. Also, it's dinosaur shit. So it's larger than you.
$250,000 salary to clean dinosaur shit.
No.
You're such a liar.
Also, you can possibly you run the risk of being in a dinosaur enclosure and they kill you.
$250,000, you wouldn't do it.
No.
You a whole ass liar. You would do that shit.
Bump it up by probably like another $100K, and I'll do it.
You would do it.
Plus like bonuses.
Nah, you got too much pride, man. I don't believe you.
Nah, bro. Dinosaur shit is insane.
I think 250 that would be it for you. I
feel like that's
what it would take for me.
I feel like thinking of that. I feel like when you think of like the worst job you could possibly imagine yourself doing, and then you compare it to the job that you're doing now, when you feel like you're at your lowest point of the job, keeps you going.
Guessing that's you right now.
100%.
Want to talk about it? This is a therapy session.
Nah, can't even get into it. Because like Like you just don't know.
Who's
You know what I mean?
watching?
Huh?
You just don't know who's watching.
No, I'm just saying, like it's just so stupid to explain.
So explain it. This is a stupid show.
Yeah. I'd rather just move on.
All right, we'll get into CLB. Some of we just figured we talk about it. Also, I love how you didn't address the big elephant in the room. How we're not in the studio, we're on Zoom.
Yeah, kicking it on Zoom
because people are busy.
Like I said, it's been a busy week, super busy week. Got a bunch of weddings.
My man is getting married in less than 2 months, or in 2 months. I keep forgetting.
It's about 2 months.
When are you getting married? What's the date?
November 20th.
Yo, if you would have said the wrong date with Teresa right behind you,
you would have seen her head pop up so quick.
That'd have been the greatest moment since the last episode that the world can never see. No. Where are you guys okay from that?
Okay, from what?
Last episode where she said that to save your life she would do something and that completely like threw you off and surprised you.
Oh yeah. No, I'm good. I mean, I have to come to grips with the fact that you know, it's not nobody holds each other to the same standard. You know what I mean? It's just it's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately.
And if anybody wants to find that out, they should go listen to the last episode.
Yes, please do.
Certified Funny Shit, where we preview Certified Loverboy, and now it's out. And yeah. It's out. And
yeah. So if I had to rate the album, I'm standing at a good 7. Not 7 point anything, but 7. Solid 7. Only because of the predictions that I had. Spot on. And you can't even lie. And that's why you look so stressed right now, because literally everything I said was exactly what it was to the T. Tell me I'm wrong. I just want to hear you say that I'm right. Just do that for me one time, and we'll never have to speak about it again.
Is this how Teresa feels?
Yeah, this is exactly how she feels when I'm right, because she'll never fucking admit it. I was right 100%, and you know it, and it burns you inside. And I'm glad to see this happening.
It was a hot summer night, and I was just sitting there, and I listened to the album straight through. I'm not gonna lie.
And you were just like, Fred. You were just first 3 songs in. You were just like, yo, Freddy's on to something.
No. It wasn't the first 3 songs. It was after the one song that is probably one of the worst songs in Drake's discography, and that I'm really pissed off that it's on.
Well, Daddy's Home.
No.
Champagne Poetry.
Yeah, I like that song. Fuck you. What do you mean?
No, I didn't. I don't know. You said the first song, so I don't know.
I
thought you got one song.
I said the first song that popped into my head, where you popped into my head, like, again, Freddy's probably 92% right about this, is one of the worst songs of his discography. What do you think
What song is that?
What do you think?
I don't know. TSU was good. Oh, it has to be Way Too Sexy.
Yes.
Yeah, it has to be.
The first, I was walking home from getting a bacon, egg, and cheese, and then the beginning of the song playing. It's that sample, that commercial, whatever that was in 2000 or whatever, 1991 or whatever. And I was like,
it's not a commercial. It's an actual song, though.
Whatever. I was like, the fuck is this? And I was like, fuck, this is the viral song that he was mentioning. Fucking bitch. Yeah, here's the thing. Good. No, that song is terrible. It should never be.
It's definitely. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely grown to be like a TikTok viral sensation.
It was always gonna be a TikTok viral sensation. It doesn't mean it's good.
But I told you that.
Whatever. Here's the thing. All right, so
fucking aced it. Never been more right about anything in my life.
With me, again, the album's not bad. Everybody knows I'm a Drake fan. I'm a big Drake fan. I was having parties with like.
Oh no, we couldn't tell.
Yeah, I was trying to have parties with a couple people on the day of the album release party, but everybody wanted to be little bitches. But it's okay. Anyways, I was
You
like,
tried to have a party to listen to the album?
yeah, I was trying like, yo, let's get together or like let's do something. Well, it's because they're Drake fans. You're gonna say, oh, you didn't even tell me, but they're Drake fans. I was only messaging.
Yeah, well, you still didn't tell me. I would have
I was gonna tell.
loved to
I was
partake.
messaging like people that I know are like strong Drake fans. You barely even like Drake, hater, but it's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's not that I
But you
don't like
seem
Drake.
like the type that would
Drake
get
is
the
fine.
heart in his head. That's what's crazy to me.
I seem like the type to get the heart on the head.
Yeah, like the heart haircut thing.
Nah, brother. The only part I've ever did in my head was the half moon. That's it.
Is that the Wiz Khalifa shit?
No, don't play yourself. It was Nas.
You said Niles?
Nas?
Oh.
Nas the God.
Nah, but so the thing with the thing with the album is I gave it a 6.5.
Wow, lower than my score. Shit.
Like I'm objective, so I gotta be honest. It's a Drake album. It's a typical Drake album. It's
100%.
it's lifeless. This album is lifeless. I'm not saying typical Drake albums are lifeless. This album is lifeless.
No. This album definitely has like no life. It has literally one leg to stand on.
This album?
Yes.
What is that?
Being the same as every other album. Let me just use that same formula. That's the one leg to stand on. Not let's think outside the box. Not let's, try something different. Not let's go out on a whim.
It has no soul. Some has no soul to it. It feels like it could have been called anything. I don't know why it's called Certified Lover. We went through this whole year calling it Certified Loverboy with a heart on the head. I'm thinking, all right, you know what? Maybe we might get an R&B album. If we're gonna go rap, maybe it might be a toxic, just love songs. And there's some toxic songs, but it's just him paranoid. Kanye's a bitch. He fucks some bitches. He love his boys.
I think the best part of this whole ordeal is that he went on to drop the album.
No,
right?
don't talk about this.
It's definitely. He went on to drop the album, and then you go on your own radio show to then leak a diss song that's like better than a good 30 to 40% of what you put out.
I mean, it's better. It's a great song, but it's also not because it's not a great song because of Kanye.
I think it is.
You think his verse is better than Andre 3000's? No,
I don't think it's better than Andre 3000's, but the reason the song didn't get put out was because of, from what Andre 3000 says, the reason his song didn't make it onto Kanye's album was because of the content in which the content that his verse has.
I think Drake put it out because it kind of shows Kanye to be a hypocrite because he's
How?
He's cussing.
In what way?
He's cussing, talking about his dick, talking about being on GD, making gang affiliations when he's supposed to be Mr. God and gospel and Jesus and all that.
Okay, so do you think that also played a reason into him not putting it out?
I think.
Put it this way: has anyone ever told you like, yo, when you're upset, instead of lashing out or saying the first thing that comes to your head, write it down on paper and then delete it? It's if you still feel the same writing it out and those are the things that you want to say, then you send it. But if you take the time to write out or say what it is that you feel in a note, and then as you're looking at it, you'd be like, I really don't want to give this any energy. I feel like that's what that was as well. I feel like I think it was one of those things where Kanye was just like, you know what? I'm going to get this all off my chest. Andre 3000 even said that when he got the beat to the song, he didn't get Kanye's last official verse on the song. He only got the beat got like the like the kind of rhythm that Kanye was going for. Like he was like kind of just bullshit freestyling over the beat. And he, they sent him the beat. So and then he sent back his verse. And then Kanye reached out to him and he was just like, yo, this is great or whatever. But like, I can't really use it on my album because of what, the content in which you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I censor it, I can't really use it.
I mean, he also reps GD he repped it
Again, and
at the Chicago listening party thing.
yeah. And I feel like a lot of that shit is also like super hypocritical too. You know what I mean? Like
There you go.
Kanye's never, I mean, at least to me, Kanye's never, claimed any like Chicago gang stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he makes music with any and everybody. You know what I mean? And for that to be the case, and now he's on this whole movement of like, making songs with whoever, and it should just be about creative freedom and blah blah blah, whatever it is. For anybody in Chicago to get mad because he has a Little Durk on the song, and then 2 or 3 songs down the line, he has a song with a rival gang member, you shouldn't go ahead and, be upset by that. You know what I'm saying? It's music.
Are you defending Kanye?
Huh? Yeah, I mean, I think so.
I'm about to call you objective.
If I'm a person that's like not affiliated with any gang stuff, and then I go ahead and do a song with one gang member, and then another song with his rival gang member or whatever, or rival gang member, it shouldn't be. I don't feel like anyone should look at me differently. I'm not a gang member. And then on top of that, I feel like the reason he said anything about GD or whatever, or the Gangsta Disciples, is because when he campaigned so hard with getting Larry Hoover out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
And Larry Hoover is in prison for like being like a known leader of the Gangsta Disciples. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the only gang he knows, and that's someone that he's been trying to get out of prison, you know what I'm saying? And if it's for a bar, you know what I'm saying, or for a line in a song, I'm not gonna really think too much of it. You know what I mean? And then again, if I really did feel some way and I had my verse on one of his songs, I wouldn't let Kanye put that up. I'd be like, yo, bro, I'm not rocking with whatever you did, so I need you to take my verse off of that.
All right. I'm gonna say this to bring it back to Drake album. I think Kanye's album was better than Drake's album.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was
artistically speaking.
I don't think it was that much better. I think it was better. I think Drake. I think he dropped the ball. Part of me feels like he's gonna I heard theories that he's gonna come back soon with a new album, because this one, I don't know. It kind of felt like it just kind of felt.
It felt unjust. It felt undone.
It felt like he just put something out to fulfill a deadline or something.
It feels like the first half of something. You know what I mean?
No, not the first. No. I don't think it's the first half of something. I think it was a filler. Like I don't know. I think it was just something to get something out. Honestly, it just didn't. With Kendrick is coming, J. Cole's coming, Kanye just came out.
Even with all of the records that it broke and stuff like that, I would still consider it a flop.
No, I wouldn't consider it a flop.
Not by the numbers. By the numbers, it's like a major success, but in the realm of like Drake's legacy and stuff like that, I would consider it a flop.
I wouldn't consider it a flop. I would say it's disappointing, but I can't consider it a flop because it wasn't bad. It wasn't trash.
You called it a 6.5. A 6.5 is like a just passing grade out of 10. That's a flop to me.
6.5 out of 10. No,
yes, that's a just passing grade.
Nah, to me, if it was under 5, it's a flop. I can't call it a flop if it's a 6.5. That's like
that's just making it. If it's not, I feel like if you put out an album and you're 5 albums in, and your 10th album isn't better than like your last 4 albums, it's not good. That's a flop.
But here's the thing: it's not as good, but it's not bad. Like let's like Scorpion wasn't great, but
It's
it was
better
good.
than that.
All right. Well, before that, what was that? When people say More Life, I don't consider More Life an album. People do.
More Life was better than that.
No, it was not better than Certified.
I enjoyed More Life.
More Life was better than Certified Loverboy? No way.
Yes.
I don't agree with you on that.
I mean that's fine, but I enjoyed that album more. I enjoyed that album more. I enjoyed Scorpion more. I enjoyed If You're Reading This Is Too Late more. I enjoyed
Take Care.
The demo, the whatever Dark Lane bullshit demo tape, whatever.
Certified Loverboy?
Yes, 100%. And
Okay.
those and 2 of those things you just said are not albums, or you wouldn't consider those to be
I wouldn't
albums.
consider them albums. No.
And they're better than the album.
Well, I wouldn't go that far personally. I still think
Some blasphemy that I heard today was the basketball player Jason Tatum. He said that in his opinion, this is Drake's best album. Insane.
I mean,
That is ridiculous.
Not a smart guy, so I wouldn't put stock into that. I wouldn't put stock into that. I don't think I would definitely not say it's his best album. I would say it is probably
not top 5. If you say that it's in top 5, you're fucking insane.
Number 1 for me, no doubt about it, is Nothing Was the Same. Or Nothing Is the Same. Nothing Was the Same. One of that. 2 is Take Care. 3 So Far Gone. 4 is If You're Reading This Is Too Late. 5, I'm gonna go.
You have still very good choices left.
5. I might go. I'm gonna go Scorpion 5. 6.
It's not 6.
6. I might go Certified Loverboy.
Yeah, you won't.
It was either that or Views, but I'm gonna go Certified Loverboy.
Oh, I always forget about Views. Views is actually really good.
It's not really good, but I don't. It's just disappointing. It's just highly disappointing. I had so much high hopes. I was so ready. I got my shit. So I had my wine. I had my shit ready. I was talking my shit to mad people. Mm-hmm. If I could, I would have gotten a haircut, but I don't have the confidence to do that, to pull that off. So didn't do it.
I feel like you could.
See, that's how I know you
my barber would definitely hook it. My barber would definitely hook it up for you, son.
See, but here's the thing. 100%. I don't know where your intentions. Like, are you looking out for me right now or your barber?
Like, no, I'm looking out for you. 100%. Right, if my barber was shitty, I would be in search for a new barber. I'd be promoting that I'm in search for a new barber. But my barber is A1, yo.
So why do you wear a hat every single episode?
It's just, you know what I'm saying?
You're at home too. Who wears a hat?
That's just me.
That's insane.
I'm comfortable right now. When I'm in front of a camera, I'm uncomfortable. So I gotta put on things that make me comfortable. The fucking the AC is set to 65 right now, so it's kind of chilly. So I'll put on my sweater. My sweater is my safe space, and my hat is my thinking cap.
Wow, let's uncover this. Fine, we'll get. You're known as the most secure man of all time, so let's get into it.
Is there something
as you change the subject?
Is there something that you always have to have on you at all times? Like you just can't leave the house without it. I'm not talking like wallet or keys or your cell phone. I'm talking about like an article of clothing. Or is there even something you like have to do before you go somewhere?
I have to do. Nothing I have to do.
Like people have like weird ritual things that they do.
Rituals? No, mine is I like to have gum on me. So like when I get nervous,
yeah, that's something.
I chew gum when I'm nervous.
Mhm.
For some reason, it just helps me kind of like for a few seconds distract myself from whatever it is I'm
Mhm.
anxious about in the moment. So I would say
Mhm.
gum is my thing there. Um, I think that's pretty much it, to be honest with you. Other than that, I just let my anxiety win and I cry. That's it.
You let your anxiety win.
Yeah. I'm
Is
like,
there like quick shot anxiety meds that a person could take?
I mean, there
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
I don't know
Like if you're going,
I don't know who should be promoting it, but I guess there is.
nah, but like you know how they like for people that have like allergies, they have like EpiPens and shit, and it's supposed to like fix
Uh,
whatever they're going through really quick.
I
Is
mean,
there like an EpiPen version of like for like anxiety? Like can you just like stab yourself like in your thigh and you like anxiety disappears?
like fucking self harm.
No, like with an EpiPen, you like stab
You
yourself in your
literally
leg.
make a motion to cut yourself.
No. I'm going like yeah, that's pretty close.
Uh, don't cut yourself, people. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah,
But,
no.
is there a version of that? There's not an EpiPen version for anxiety, whatever. There's a thing called Klonopin, I guess, that you can take.
And that's like a quick shot.
It's not a quick shot. It's supposed to help you in the moment. It's supposed to be subscribed to you though, and it can be very addictive. It can be very
Is it prescribed? Is it prescribed to you?
not at the moment. I don't take it anymore, but I had some.
Yo, nah, no way. You used to be in the dark hole, son. That's crazy. Nah, that's insane, brother.
Yeah.
I didn't know your anxiety got crazy like that. Jesus Christ.
First of all, it's not like that bad. It's not like Xanny's prick.
I like how you like to like play it down. It's not that bad.
Not that. You making it seem like I was on the Xanax and perks, just like scratching in the corner and shit. It ain't on that. It ain't that level of drug.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's
I've had my run-in with like anxiety, like or just feeling not anxiety, but like feeling anxious.
shocking.
You know what I'm saying? Like only a few times, like a good handful of times.
In your whole
And I just didn't know what
in your 23 years, right?
yeah, probably only like 5 times.
I hate you. I hate that so
It
much.
it be yeah.
That's so fucking annoying.
You just like how is that annoying?
5 times in your 20. I have 5 times this morning. Out of here. That's me.
You know what it is? And Teresa told me this the other day. Like she says that I have a lack of empathy. And I feel like that's probably what has to do with it. Now that I like really sit and think about it, I don't think that that's true. I don't think I'm a person that lacks empathy.
Was that after a fight?
Nah, it was just during like it was just like a regular conversation. And I was just like, what do you mean? I was just like, what do you mean I lack empathy? And she was just like, yeah, like you don't. Oh, I got upset because like if I'm upset like about something that has nothing to do with like Teresa, like she'll be upset.
Give me an example.
She'll be upset because I'm upset. And now that I'm upset, she's upset. And she says that that's her being empathetic. And I'm like, nah, that's just you being like fucking retarded.
Well, then now you're going to be called insensitive for saying that.
What?
You're going to be called insensitive for saying that.
Well, I say it that way to my wife just to be a dick, but like.
No, here's the thing. I think it's very sensitive. I think she's highly sensitive. That sounds very sensitive to me. And she's very sensitive that.
Yeah.
Bad.
But like I understand, like, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't like to see me in a bad mood, and her seeing me in a bad mood puts her in a bad mood, and then she gets very anxious. And then that's when anxiety comes into play and maybe some of that drug she needs, but she doesn't have. So yeah, I was just like, nah, I'm not like I don't have a lack of empathy. It's just I said if the roles were reversed, I said, and this was the example I used, probably a very shitty example, but I was just like, if someone was to come to me and be like, damn, my son just died, I'm not gonna like carry that with me all day. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
and she's like, well, and then she goes, well, that's what I mean. You have a lack of empathy. And I'm like, yeah, but why should I carry the weight of your son dying on me the entire day? And that makes no sense. I said, I could sit there and sympathize with you. I'd be like, damn, man, you cool? Like, what, I'm saying, talk to me, man. We're like, what are your emotions? What are you going through right now? What do you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like I could do shit like that and hold a conversation and like keep you warm with words. But when this conversation is over and I decide to go home in 30 minutes, I'm not gonna be in my car and be like, yo, I wish his son was still alive. That's God's plan, I can't do shit about that.
Yo, for the first 43 episodes, I was probably the person that people probably didn't like the most because I said some wild shit. But at the end of this episode, it's definitely gonna be you now.
No way.
Everybody's Team David now, and I love it, and I feel the love. Like I always get told, "Oh my God, you used to be like so hard on Christian and stuff, and why would you say stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh man," but now it's like, "Damn, David, like you really like you're a great guy and shit." Like that Freddy's such a dickhead.
No, I mean like I feel it. Like put it this way,
I can feel it.
I was gonna use another wild example, but I'm not even gonna go there because we just. Yeah, no, I'm not. But like
by Spotify, use a wild example.
Nah, because this probably won't be allowed to be put on Spotify, so that's why I'm not gonna say it. Like I can empathize with like people going through like, traumatic events and shit like that. Like I get it. I feel it.
Until they leave your presence. You'll never think about
it. Because like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in that moment, like I'm in the moment with you. We're sharing in that, we're talking in that, but I'm not gonna let what you went through affect my entire day.
What if I'm in the hospital, my son is there? I'm like, man, Freddy, I'm going through a rough time, I vent, and I tell you, man, pray for my son, pray for me, my son.
I'm gonna pray for your son.
Nah,
I'm gonna go home and pray for your son.
You walk out the room, you walk out the hospital. I don't give a shit no more. You just
no. That's not. That's
right by your thought. You're gonna
no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm not gonna.
I'm not watching tonight.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like I'm not gonna be. I can't be as hurt as you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not you in that situation. The only thing is only thing I could do is be hurt. But I'm gonna be hurt all day.
You can still be hurt. You don't have to be hurt. Of course, you're not gonna be as hurt as me, but be hurt. Don't just like fucking.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be hurt, but I'm not gonna let it affect my entire day or change. You know what I'm saying? Change my emotions for a whole week.
That still wouldn't bring
unless he died.
You just said if he died and then that's God's plan.
Nah, bro, it's different.
That's what you just said. Don't do that. Now it's different 5 minutes later.
I don't know, bro. Maybe I am. Maybe I do have a lack of empathy. But
what's the deadline that you can feel sorry for somebody? Like how long can you feel sorry for them?
It depends how close you are to that person. Like if you had a son and your son died, God forbid. Thanks. But like that would hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be hurt for a little while. But like I can still carry out my days.
But what about when you leave me though? Are you still gonna be hurt? Like am I gonna see you tomorrow right when you step out of the hospital? Like what do you do?
Yeah, if you need me to be there, I'll be there.
I'm saying
that's how I empathize. That's how I deal with certain things. Like, what do you need from me? Do you need me to like be there? Do you need me to like step away? Do you need me to just be there for you to talk and me to listen? What do you need? I don't want my emotions to match your emotions, and now we're sad together, and then you might kill yourself.
But my thing that I'm talking about is right when you step out of the hospital, are you gonna start smiling, laughing, jumping up and down, and going about your busy and going about your life?
Nah, I'm gonna be like, damn, man, I feel bad,
and that's it.
I'll be like, damn, yo, I wish there was something I could do, but I can't. You know what I mean? I would feel like shit, but then I gotta be at work at fucking 8 o'clock.
It feels great just having the love of the fans now not being looked at as like the villain.
I'm not always the villain though, so that's fine.
You not, but
You'll
today,
you'll find you'll find some way to take back that villainous spotlight.
what's your thoughts on abortion?
It's a woman's choice. Whatever she decides to do, it's her body, it's her right.
I love how you're like now you're trying to be on the good side now.
It's the fucking truth.
So why?
I feel like if you have a dick, you don't have any say in what happens to a vagina.
I agree. I think it's a woman's choice. I don't like that it's men are making
Even still, if there's still an issue with it, I only think that it's only for women to discuss. I feel like if you're a man in the government that is, and you like have a say on like making these rules or making these changes, or saying what is legal and what isn't legal, when this comes to your table and it lands on your desk, if you have a dick, you should be disqualified from this conversation.
I think we probably touched on it in the past. Like, I know we have, but we'll talk about it again because
we touched on it, but we haven't touched on like.
No, because this is what we touched on. We touched on we touched on the Dave Chappelle joke where he was like, "Women has the right to keep the body. Keep the baby.
Yeah.
She's about keep the baby. A guy has a right to leave. Run away. He doesn't want it. Do you still subscribe by that? Have you changed your mind since? Because I
don't think I've changed my mind since then. I mean, I understand it, and I would see and I do see the logic in it, and I do see how it like it kind of makes sense. But would I do that personally? No.
You wouldn't. So let's just say, put yourself in a position. You didn't want the baby.
Mm-hmm.
She wants the baby.
Mm-hmm.
You would stay.
Yes, because of my personal morals. Even though I didn't want it, and I didn't do the right things to prevent a baby from being conceived, my morals put me in a position where I made a decision, but I have to stick by my morals and be a father.
Have you ever been in that position?
I've never. No.
I've almost been in that position when like I probably was about to get somebody pregnant, and like I didn't want the person to be pregnant just because I wasn't ready for it. So I was like, I don't know what to do. How do you have that conversation with somebody? Because that can fracture a relationship.
You mean, how do you have the conversation of you're not ready to be a dad?
Yeah, like.
I mean, it's rough. It's rough, but I would think that it's pretty simple. You know what I mean? It's especially the type of relationship that you have with that person. You know what I mean? If this is a person that you've been with or been doing your thing with for a while, you know what I'm saying? You know them personally. I would think that conversation is kind of easy to have. I mean, I'm not saying this is a conversation. I'm not talking about the part of the conversation where you say like, well, what are we going to do about this? Are we going to keep it, or are you going to get I'm just talking about the part of the conversation where you should be able to sit down and just be vulnerable and be like, yo, bro, like, I know I've made a decision and now you're kind of pregnant, but I'm letting you know, like, I'm not prepared to be a dad. So, I mean, whatever that means to you, that's what that means. But I feel like you just have to be like super open and be like, well, I'm not ready to be a dad because financially I'm not stable, or mentally I'm not prepared to be a dad.
That would fracture the relationship that you have with this person. If that person is on the complete other side of you, that's why I'm like, that conversation is really hard to have. Like that's what I was thinking, man, how can I or anybody have that conversation? I don't think I can have the heart. Like deep down,
I think you just it's not about having heart. Kind of it is. It's about having the heart to owning up to your mistake or your unpreparedness.
What's the thing? Telling them that it was a mistake. What if they really wanted the baby? For you to tell them that it was a mistake for you and they really wanted the baby, they keep the baby, then forever she'll always think
then if morally you're okay with following the Chappelle rule, then do that. But if you're not, and morally you feel obligated to be prepared to become a father in any way that you need to do that, then you just do that. But I feel like when you go ahead and you can still have that conversation of like, yo, I'm not ready to be a dad. Only because like if you do say that and you're just like, yo, I'm not ready to be a dad, but if you have this baby, like you kind of have to let me, get to becoming a dad and not just expect me to be a dad at the drop of a hat. Like you got, what I'm saying? That's kind of the conversation I guess you would have to have. It's like, yo, I need time to like get into this dad shit because I'm not there.
Are you there now?
100%. Not financially, but like emotionally and like, like having the mental capacity of like, I have to prioritize family now. I have to prioritize my child now. I have to make sure that I'm working so that I can support my child and my family. Like I don't have a childish mind of like, damn, I could buy my kid Infamil this week and Pampers, or there's some J's that's coming out on Friday and I kind of need that.
You're mentally mature, yeah, but what does that matter if you're not financially stable? Which is where my fear of like.
So put it this way: when my mom and my dad had me, they weren't like financially stable, but my dad was the type of person that he wanted a family and he wanted kids. And even though he wasn't in the best place financially, he was in the right mindset and he was in the right place in his heart to be like, well, if I'm going to have a kid and if I'm having this kid and it's supposed to be here in 9 months, I'm doing everything that I need to prepare for the moment or put myself in a spot that when that baby comes, he has everything he needs, no problem. And I know in me, I can do that. Like if I knew I had a baby coming in 6 months, I'd be doing everything that I need to do to make sure that I have money, to make sure that I can provide shelter. If I have to work fucking 80 hours a week, you know what I'm saying? And make that sacrifice to make sure that, my girl is straight and the baby is straight and they never have to worry about a thing. Like I'm mentally prepared to do that. And I feel like that's the problem with some people. Well, not the problem, but some people, they fucking have a kid, but then they're not mentally prepared to be like, yo, I need to work 6 days a week, 8+ hour shifts. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done it an entire summer for 3 years straight where I've worked between 60 and 70 hours a week, making shit money. But like I needed it because I had to pay rent and I had to pay my phone bill and I had to pay for groceries. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I've been doing it for so long that I know that if I needed to take on more because I want my kid to be here and be stable, then I'm willing to make that sacrifice and do more.
You being all responsible and shit.
And I feel like no one is ever ready on both fronts. Like you have to be in like the best case scenario from beginning to end, or beginning to then like start of like wanting to start a family. You have to be in like the best case scenario to be mentally ready and financially ready. I feel like no one is ever, or I've never met anyone that's both at the same time.
I mean, that's true. I mean, you have your 40-year-old women that can't find a man, so they just adopt, or guys, vice versa. That just, you know what, I'm gonna adopt a baby. Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yes.
Got his kid through a surrogate first when he was a single man. We had a girlfriend.
Oh, really?
But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't do it the traditional way of like dating somebody and them pregnant and all that. So it does happen. It does
Yeah.
happen. It's just that conversation though that's scary. It's like, how do you have that conversation?
It's all about being vulnerable, bro. That's all it is.
That's
Like, I
one.
know, yeah, I think I think it's not I feel like it's mainly being vulnerable. So it's definitely rooted in vulnerability. Because you're not just being honest. You're not just being honest with the other person. Like, you're being honest to yourself as well.
I mean, yeah, being honest with yourself. What's harder, being honest with yourself or being honest with somebody else?
Being honest with yourself.
I don't think
Chill.
he agrees. I don't think your man agrees over there.
Yeah, I think being honest with yourself is definitely way more harder than being honest with someone else. You know what I'm saying? You could tell someone the truth, especially if you don't know them from a hole in the wall, and then they just go about their life. But like, to be honest with yourself, like, that truth has to stay with you the entire time.
That's true. Yeah.
I just blew your mind right there. That shit was dope.
That's an interesting thing, huh?
I just blew your mind right there. That shit was dope.
No, you didn't blow my mind. I actually blew my own question. Not gonna lie to you. But
Okay, so I'll go fuck myself. Got it.
Is what it is. But the thing was, like, I find your take interesting because it's like, let's just say, like, all right, I know I'm a shitty person. I know that let's just say I'm a drug addict, right? I know I'm a shitty person. I know I'm a drug addict. It took me a while to get to that, to believe that about myself, but to know that myself, and I know that about myself. Come to that realization. Now, how do I tell my friend or my partner that I'm a drug addict if I'm not secure with myself? You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I mean, I think you would lead by saying, like, yo, I think I have a problem, but I don't know what to do about it.
All right. I'm actually side question real quick. What's harder to say? I love you or I need help?
I need help.
See, so that goes with telling somebody, being honest with yourself or being honest with them about something that you know is gonna probably upset them or something you're not happy with. Like, that goes hand in hand with me. That's the same thing. Those are the two same things to me. That makes sense. I feel like I don't make any sense, but
no, I kind of get what what you mean. Yeah, I
see,
I
now
don't know. Again, I just view things in a much simpler, like, not simpler way, but like, I'm okay with owning my fault, owning my faults. You know what I'm saying? And, like, admitting that, even if mentally I'm not capable of doing something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm if I'm a drug addict, I'm cool. I'm okay with telling people, like, yeah, bro, I fucking do drugs and I'm fucked up right now, but I don't know what the fuck to do about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I really didn't know how to treat myself or how to fix myself or how to get clean or how to want myself to get clean, like, I don't know what to do. I'm completely comfortable in saying it. And a lot of people aren't, because that's just the type of people that they are. Like me, I know I have an issue, like, prioritizing things sometimes, or not wanting to have certain conversations with people, or just avoid pushing things off and avoiding things, and it only just makes things collect, and then now I have a bunch of shit to do. How do I fix that? I know, but I know I'm not, like, I know there's ways of fixing it, but I'm not fully committed to fixing that or fixing myself completely yet.
Do you want to get help for that?
No.
You don't.
No. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because and that again goes back to, because I don't think that's, if that's the only problem I have, I'm cool with that.
But
I
why?
don't do drugs and I don't kill people.
I mean, you do drugs, but
I do drugs, but like not hard drugs. I'm not addicted to drugs.
damn, throwing shots because I said Klonopin was addicted. Throwing shots at all the
But
anxiety.
you off it now though. You
I
off the
am
shit.
off, but
But
still,
you still sad. You still sad as fuck.
exactly right. So you say on that?
Yeah. Do that.
Wow, nah, but but if that's your only problem,
Only if you're prescribed, yo.
why not fix it then? If it's the only problem, why have one problem if you can have zero problem?
It's just the fault of that's just the fault of the human being, son.
Pushing it off.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, and I know it's so bad, but it's like
because isn't your wife like very organized?
and that's like what she hates about me the most, that she's like super organized and cares about every step in every detail. And like when it comes to her needing every step and every detail from me, I just be like, fuck it, yo. We're gonna get from point A to point B somehow. Don't know the details of in between, but I know we're gonna get there. And she's just like, I can't. I need every detail.
Yo,
I just be like,
I want to do next episode high with you. I feel like that would be. I feel like having these conversations about like, because we just kind of, I feel like we kind of blew each other's minds. Pause. I don't know. If
yeah, we did.
So I feel like having that kind of conversation while high can like open up a bigger hole. Pause again.
Mm-hmm. I like being stretched out, stretching out situations to see it from a bigger microscope.
Stretching out the hole and going deeper in there, and seeing
feeling around.
Experimenting and seeing what we can figure out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're trying to do.
That's what I'm trying to get into.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I'm with that.
We should get high next episode. 45, we getting high.
Yeah. I'm with that. But anything else you want to get off your chest? Any other prescribed drugs that you used to take that you don't take anymore?
Let me see. What other prescribed drugs do I take that I don't take anymore? No, I don't take
What's one drug that you've taken that was like a prescribed drug, and it was for like some okay, so this is why I asked that question. I feel like people that get like addicted to taking like painkillers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to know what's that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like why are they so addicted to that feeling? I've taken pain meds before, and they've made me very sleepy and like mad loopy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand, but like not loopy to where like I feel like super high. Loopy to the point where like I feel like I want to sleep.
Well, as a recovering drug addict, because I've done a lot of pills in the past, obviously, I can tell you that
what I've heard.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Fuck. What the fuck you mean? I've never taken painkiller in my life.
Yeah, I had to take painkillers for my shoulder. That was not cool. Yeah, I guess aggressive masturbation. Nah, I have tendonitis in my shoulder. It's like an old people thing.
You're 23, bro.
Exactly.
Are you worried about your health?
Yeah.
You smoke
but it's one of those things where I just keep
pushing it off
for later me.
Do you think you'll care more when you have a baby?
Yes, 100%.
How much more will you be smoking and drinking when you have a baby?
I feel like you're making it seem like I smoke and drink every day, and that's not the case. I had one seltzer.
But that's a strong seltzer. Cacti's are pretty strong.
Cacti's are pretty strong.
You smoke, you drink.
I haven't smoked in like 3 weeks.
You have tendonitis. What else you have? What else you have?
Probably a pre-diabetic. 100% have to be a pre-diabetic. Yo, bro, I've weighed since middle school. I've weighed 280 pounds. I'm 280 pounds right now.
You've been 280 since middle school?
280 since middle school.
I said that means you haven't gone up then.
I'm not supposed to be 280 pounds in middle school. That's not where you're supposed to be.
I guess that's not a good starting point. I agree with you
Exactly.
there. But you haven't gone over that though, which is like, let's look at the positives.
But I feel like I'm one real bad like week binge of just shitty eating from being like fat bastard.
You haven't had a shitty eating shit week of eating since middle school. We know that's a lie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like I feel like,
bro, I will never forget the moment I saw you eat oxtail with Malta. That's when I knew he is not healthy.
Yeah, 100%.
He is not.
I bodied that bitch
That's
too.
when I was like, nah, this man's different.
Show that shit no mercy.
Different. Would you ever enter like one of those eating contests? I would.
Nah, hell no.
You wouldn't enter?
No, I'd probably do the chugging contest. Nathan's does like the chugging contest now. Yeah, I feel like I would do that. Yeah, I would do that.
How much can you do?
I don't know.
We should do it. We should shoot it. Put it on Instagram page. Yeah. I feel like you just and you had to say yeah. I don't think you're really.
No, I would do it.
Really would do it.
100%. Yeah, I haven't perfected it, but I've been doing the swirl chug. So that's like when you put whatever. It's like so what you're doing is whatever you're about to chug, if it's like in a bottle, whatever, or it has like a not like these or whatever, but more like this. So
swirl it
around your lips? When you no, that's
that's what you're going with.
No.
All right.
So you would like before you go to chug, as you're going up, you swirl the bottle and you hold it like you're getting a high school waterfall.
That's exactly what I'm.
And it gives it a torpedo effect. That way, air is going into the bottle and water's coming out, or whatever beverage is coming out faster, and it allows you to chug faster.
Okay, so how is that different from what I literally just said about swirling before you put it on your lips?
You're saying that you're swirling it on your lips. You're not swirling it on your lips. You're going up, swirl, and then you're holding it above.
So demonstrate it for the audience, because we don't know.
I already did. I'm not doing it again.
No, we should do it though. I'm so with it.
I'm with that too.
No, you're not.
How does one even apply for a chugging competition like the Nathan one?
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying.
Yeah, you're saying you just want to film it and put it on YouTube.
We buy our own bottles and we film and put it on YouTube or Instagram on our account.
Yeah, we could do that.
There you go. All right. How do you get into the Nathan's? You gotta be like big.
Do you have to be like a well-known chugger, or like a well-known Frank eater, a glizzy destroyer, a Frank demon?
Keep it, let it all out. Nah, I think you gotta be like
a professional sausage swallower.
It's a good one. I don't know. I've never seen one of these before, so I couldn't tell you.
You've never seen it on
No, I've seen the hot dog
TV.
And
the Nathan's one. What's Joey Chestnut? That's the guy who wins like every year. I don't understand how fucking hot dogs don't just fly out of his asshole.
He's skinny as fuck too.
Yo, bro.
You know what he be doing afterwards, though, right?
He be throwing them shits back up? Nah, I don't think so. He has a TikTok where all he does is eat hot dogs.
You know that hot dogs. You hear that thing? The hot dog takes 35 minutes off your life, or 35 something off your life.
A hot dog takes 5 minutes off of your life.
It takes something. I think 35 days or something. It takes something.
Then I guess this fucking guy is immortal because he's never gonna die. He eats hot dogs like every day.
If we did a food eating contest, what food would you want to eat?
Ice cream. Cookies.
First of all, ice cream is just a setup. That's a brain freeze. That doesn't even make any sense. That's not even fair.
That's what I'm saying. I'm more of like, I like beverage competitions.
I like beverage. Exactly. You said like you've been in a bunch of those. I did. Like
I like to like chug beers and chug seltzers and shit.
in competition.
Yeah, I would do it. You get fucking hammered.
You done it before though?
That's what chugging competition. Nah,
Yeah.
nah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like with other people, in like a house. Yeah, like a fucking party or whatever.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's done that. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Next week, we're gonna record ourselves doing a chugging contest. We're gonna buy how many do we get? 2 liters each.
Yeah, we can do that.
2 liters each.
I feel like we should just start off with water.
Why? See, now you
This would be safe.
I think you're pussying out.
Nah. I could buy you a 2-liter water.
Nah, you pussying out.
Nah.
You know, I was thinking of pineapple Fantas, the sodas.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not bad. I might go with that.
Thinking about that. If you want to do a lemonade.
Yo, what was your favorite Fanta girl drinking up? What was your favorite Fanta girl growing up?
You a horny fuck. How do you even, what is that? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
You don't remember the Fanta girl commercials? Don't
Hell
you
no.
wanna Fanta? Don't you want? You don't remember that shit?
You beat off to that? What?
No comment.
I would have.
There was each flavor had a different girl associated to it. So it was an orange chick. There was a grape chick. She was black. There was a red one. There was a yellow one.
China.
There was a blue one. Yeah, Chinese. Orange was definitely like Spanish. She was like Colombian, I believe.
Now imagine it really was like an art in Mexican. Imagine it really was. The orange one was a Mexican.
I'm gonna look it up.
Chinese. The Asian one was Chinese. You said the purple one was black. The grape was black.
Yeah.
Okay. The pink has to be white. That'd be fucked up. But that wouldn't surprise me because they was wild back then.
Yes, yo, bro, these girls fire dogs.
Let me see. Now mine was pineapple though. That was my favorite. That's what I thought.
No, these are new.
Said these are news. Oh, let me see.
No, I said they're new.
Oh, they said news. I was gonna say, how you gonna hold that from our audience?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, they hit. They're not.
They did. They not. Are you even gonna show
back then they were right there.
Are you even gonna show our audience?
Yeah, I'm sure. They was alright. They was looking crazy. They had mad teeth. I ain't even gonna hold you.
You said they had mad teeth. Is that Ashanti?
I don't know, maybe.
On the red one, is the red one Ashanti?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say she is fire. Oh my god. I love her.
It was alright, son. Back then they was alright.
Yeah, you saw the Met Gala?
I did see the Met. Yeah, I did see the Met Gala. I saw one person in particular.
Billie Eilish, you nasty.
Yeah, 100%.
Nasty. Yeah, is it? Yeah, she's 19 though. So do you feel better about yourself?
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. It's like I ain't gonna lie to you. That dude from Jeopardy just got fired.
The dude from Jeopardy.
The executive producer from Jeopardy got fired over comments he made on a podcast 8 years ago. So I'm over here thinking like, man, I'm trying to be in the MCU in 5 years, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't want to say something that's gonna get me in trouble right now.
I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that are in MCU right now that's sad enough to get them in trouble.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is known crackhead. Well, ex-crackhead.
That is true.
He's probably taken a couple of pins in his day, so he would know. I'm gonna go. All right. Do you find Olivia Rodrigo beautiful?
I think she's
beautiful, but it's like
I think she's pretty, but she's not like anything special. She looks like a regular.
I think she's
teenage girl.
Like she's 18.
Yeah, regular fucking.
I never knew what she. Honestly, I never like. I knew of her because she was like she had this big song and shit. So I knew of her.
Yeah, but she blew up because she was on a TV show. She was an actor first.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it. I don't know. I didn't watch the show.
She was on the show High School Musical, the
Well, yeah,
musical, the series.
I'm a 24-year-old male. I don't know what that is, so I didn't watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that she was on that. I knew her because she had like a big famous song, but I never knew what she looked like. And so I was looking at the Met Gala thing.
I was assuming she was Spanish.
She was
And
cute.
I'm pretty sure I'm right about that.
She's cute. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The moment I'm gonna go to the Met Gala one, and that's the moment I know I'm gonna sell out. Like,
How do you feel? How do you feel about Lil Nas X? I feel like
time we talk. You know, man, I fucks with it heavy. Honestly, I fucks with it heavy. I don't see an issue with it. Why?
like I do, but I feel like he just does a lot.
What does he do? That's a lot. He's living his truth. He's living his art. What does he do?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess, you know what I'm saying, but
That's a lot.
like me personally, if I like, and this is me personally, if I was gay,
Dickhead again.
if I was gay, I'd be like, yo, bro, you making it mad hot for me right now, son.
How's he
Like
making
just like he's just like doing so much.
it? Like what?
Like promoting his album by having like a pregnant belly, just being like
He's promoting it. He's
dancing on stripper poles, going straight to hell, dry humping the devil.
You didn't see what Tiana Taylor just did at the VMAs?
Yeah, but that's different.
You know what he does like right now? You're like
Straight.
coming South Park, and he was like, when they were like playing Warcraft, they just chilling there, and he's like,
Oh yeah.
that's what you just looked like.
And he shit himself, and his mom came and cleaned it up.
Oh, yo, that's you know they got paid $900 million to make 14 more to do like a couple more seasons. I think it's 14 more years, 14 more seasons.
Yeah, that's insane because I don't find that show very funny.
Oh man, I don't honestly. Back to Lil Nas X. I don't find anything that he's doing like wrong. To be honest,
I don't think it's wrong. I think it's just a lot. You know what I mean? Like put it this way. With everything that he does, I would expect him to be like talking more about like or advocating more for like gay rights and like this and that and the third. But my thing is he's doing so much like extra in the media of like having, you know what I'm saying? Like all people talk about is like the crazy shit that he does and like the videos that he does. You know what I mean? And I feel like that takes away from whatever message he's trying to put. If he is advocating for these people, I'm not hearing it because all that I hear or see is about, oh, look at this dress that he's wearing, or look at him on TikTok with a pregnant belly, or look at him in this video.
well, he's promoting his album,
kissing men on live TV. Like, I mean, that's nothing wrong with that, but like
he's doing outlandish things to promote his album. What's the difference between that and what Kanye does, where he wears his masks, he goes up in the air? They're both promoting their album, doing somewhat outlandish things.
Yeah, but at least when Kanye promotes his album or does outlandish things to promote his album, it's to promote his album. I feel like Little Nas X is trying so hard to show people that he's like gay and free and living his life, but he's not. When you're using that and you're successful with that in making money and in making a living, it kind of, and you're not allowing your work to show or you're not allowing your work to advocate for these people that are struggling because they are the same way that you are, but they're just not entertainers and are able to capitalize on it like you are. I feel like you're doing them a disservice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I mean, even though, and again, even though just because you're part of the LGBT community doesn't mean that everyone that's part of the LGBTQ community should be an activist or should be advocating for the next person. But like the LGBT community sees a lot of oppression. You know what I'm saying? And I would think that before you can truly celebrate being who you are, you should make sure that the next man or the next woman or the next he, she, her, they, or him next to you is being represented properly also, so that you can all celebrate in your community together.
Well,
I'm fucking killing it, bro. You can't. I'm an activist.
no, you was not. Everybody's hating you right now. You become Republican Freddy on the podcast right now. Everybody,
Not even, bro.
no, you was becoming.
I don't mind. I don't mind what he's doing. It's just, I don't know, bro. If he is advocating for stuff, I'm just not able to see it because everyone's too much.
Why does he have to
paying
advocate
attention.
for anything though? That's the thing.
I literally just said what. I literally just said why.
Say it again.
He is rich. He is rich, and he's making money off of being outlandish and being or expressing his gayness or his LGBTQness, whatever it is.
I don't even think that's
and I feel I don't know, but I don't know if he's gay. I don't know what he identifies as, so I'm gonna say LGBTQness.
I mean, he identifies as gay. Yeah.
I don't know, so
right. Yeah.
I didn't know that was what he was saying. But again, like if you're gonna capitalize on that and use that to promote yourself and promote your album, I'm not saying he's deliberately saying I'm gay, buy my album, or I'm so gay that you need to buy my album. What I'm saying is that like he's using certain imagery. You know what I'm saying?
But that's his art. It's not like he's a straight male using like
exactly. He's a gay male using gay whatever to promote himself.
Telling his art, kissing men or dancing on them. That's
when I think that since a lot of the people in the LGBT community are so oppressed, before you can feel right enough to be doing that type of thing and capitalizing off of who you are, if who you are is part of a group of people and that group of people is still oppressed, then you should be doing whatever it is that you're doing to advocate for them. And I feel like I haven't seen the advocation.
Couldn't you say that about every like African American artist?
Not really.
I mean, African Americans.
Because there are African American artists that rap about their struggle.
But not every one of them does.
And there are African American artists that are expressing their art, whether it's through fashion or whether it's just creating music for their culture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we don't vilify them. That's what I'm saying. African Americans are oppressed in America.
Yeah, but African Americans continue to create and have a voice of their own for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like there's multiple artists that do multiple different things. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying Kanye West is the biggest advocate for African Americans, but he's also in interviews he talks about how Black people need to have ownership, or how he speaks about how he felt oppressed by Nike because Nike felt like they shouldn't give him any royalties on his creations, and they wanted to limit him to creating certain things.
That's rich people problems.
You're right. It is rich. You're right. It is rich people problems, but not a lot of Black people or African Americans have rich people problems, because rich people problems are white problems.
But what I'm saying is that, like, you're saying that Lil Nas X should be. If it sounds like you're saying Lil Nas X should be advocating for the gay community because they're an oppressed group, LGBT community because they're an oppressed group. I don't know. And that's why you're vilifying him. We're not vilifying him. That's why you're saying that.
What I'm saying is, if he is advocating, I'm not able to see that advocation because he's too busy.
What if he's just not advocating and he's just making his art and putting his music?
Then I feel like that's a disservice.
Why? Is what I'm trying to get at. Because not every Black artist is advocating for African Americans. They're just put their art and put their shit out. Like Nicki Minaj. What has Nicki Minaj done? Black woman. Has she she advocates in her music for?
No, then I would say that she doesn't. That's not good either.
Have you said that in the past about Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj is not somebody on my radar that I listen to, and I'd be like, she's not really advocating too much.
All right, what is Travis Scott? Travis Scott's your guy. Travis Scott. What does he do for the Black community? In his art, in his music, because I don't know what he does in his personal life or charities. That doesn't really matter. I'm talking about in his music, because we're just talking about art right now.
That would be something that I would have to like really look into. I mean, as far as his music goes, he's told his own stories about like how he grew up poor and not really having much, and now he's trying to set up his life to where his family or his whatever can have anything that they want.
But is that advocating for African Americans?
No, that's just, I mean, it's a common story with, most African Americans. So I would say maybe, yeah.
I don't think Lil Nas X has to advocate for the gay community. Like, would it be nice? Of course, it would be nice. But he's telling it's his art, it's his music. I don't think he has to do it. It's up to him if he wants to. And I think he kind of is, to be honest with you, by putting this out on the forefront, having gay backup dancers, showing that, hey, for years we've seen women like Madonna or Rihanna or Britney Spears just be doing provocative things on stage, and now you can see a gay male do it, and that might inspire the next. That might inspire the next guy that wants to do something like that. So I think the way he is advocating, even though it's just not as obvious as
I guess it's just not so obvious to me. To each his own, I guess. But
that came out with Eli's the good guy. I love it.
Yeah, you're fucking killing it.
Let me get my
quota.
I
think this is a great time, if any time, for David's quotes. So, ladies and gentlemen, David's quotes. Take your time.
Life comes with a lot of ups and downs, left and rights. Stay true to yourself, your art, and your love. Your heart will always prevail. Davis quotes.
I feel like stay true to yourself is a common thing for you. Like, it's a message that you're always trying to convey. Stay true to yourself. That's a good message.
I'm talking to that one kid that's watching, that one person. Doesn't matter, kid or adult or whoever's watching.
As long as you touch them.
It's exactly, in a non-sexual way, because we don't condone that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Touch their spirit.
Exactly. And because you said Lil Nas X has to do it, I advocate for the anxiety people that have anxiety and depression. I have to, because then I'm not doing
mental health.
I'm not issues. That's true. Yeah, mental health is the way. I forgot it for a second. I advocate for mental health because we're oppressed, and my art will be shit if I don't.
Not oppressed, just like looked down on, because you guys are like sad all the time.
Weird.
Yeah, you guys are so fucking weird. What is it? I was about to go even deeper. I was about to be like, what the fuck is being so sad about? Just be happy. Teresa hates when I tell her that. I'd just be like, yo, why you gotta be sad all the time? Just be happy.
I can see. I remember that one episode. She said it. She just wasn't.
Yeah.
Dave, my Snapchat is theboy_237. My Instagram is at DavidAngelo223. My Facebook is David Echevarria. My Twitter is DavidAngelo97. And yeah, slide into DMs. Always willing to talk. It is cuffing season. Definitely had the conversation for the episode with my man Fred. Didn't get into it. Cuffing season. It is in the midst of cuffing season, so slide into DMs. If you're lonely, pumpkin spice latte season as well. So might as well get that. Still looking for a date to Freddy's wedding. That'll break my heart if I'm sitting by myself. Well, I'm not by myself, but if I'm sitting next to an empty chair, might kill myself at the wedding. No promises. And yeah, your turn.
Yeah. And you can find me at Fredo Medina.
No empathy. You ever heard of that before?
It'd be like that. Yeah. So I've been told. But you can find me on Instagram at Fredo Medina 29. And you can also follow the Anything Goes podcast on Instagram at the Anything Goes podcast. You can also follow the Anything Goes podcast on TikTok at the Anything Goes Pod NY, where we post updates of all the episodes, clips from older episodes and current episodes. You can also tap the link in bio on Instagram and hit the little YouTube button on our TikTok profile, and it will take you to our YouTube
and our Twitter page.
And if you
my Twitter page, it's going to be made by the time this episode comes out.
Lit. We have Twitter now. We're on Twitter. You can also tap the link in bio on Instagram, and you can hear all the episodes, past and current, on all of your favorite streaming devices right now. So do that. And then also go watch it on YouTube.
I love how you said that at the end of this episode, because if they are listening to this episode, they've already done that.
Yeah.
So
listen to a different episode besides this.
All right.
Get caught up with all of the older ones.
Exactly.
And maybe a new one.
Maybe.
Or this one.
And watch our chugging shit.
Yeah. We're going to butt chug.
I'm going to swirl it around the hole.
And just chug it straight through our anus. So we will catch you on the next one.